In 2021, ground-penetrating radar found evidence of 215 burial sites at the Kamloops Indian Residential School in British Columbia, children who were never returned to their families. And that discovery triggered investigations across North America that have now uncovered thousands of potential burial sites at former boarding schools, exposing a truth governments tried to hide for over a century. Ready to find out how many Native children disappeared into the boarding school system and never came home, with their families never told what happened? The discovery at Kamloops brought international attention, but Indigenous communities had been sharing these accounts for decades. They were dismissed and ignored until the physical evidence became undeniable through modern technology. Between the 1870s and 1990s, over 150,000 Native children in Canada and hundreds of thousands more in the United States were forced into boarding schools. Many never returned home, and their families were never informed of what happened to them. Children passed away from disease outbreaks, inadequate nutrition, and poor conditions. Illnesses spread rapidly in overcrowded, unsanitary facilities where proper medical care wasn't provided to students who became sick. When children passed away, schools often buried them on the grounds rather than returning them to families, sometimes claiming it was too expensive to transport them. Other times, simply not informing parents at all. Imagine sending your child to school and never knowing what happened. Since Kamloops, ground-penetrating radar has found potential sites at dozens of former schools. The Cowessess First Nation found evidence of 751 sites, the Penelakut tribe found over 160, and investigations are ongoing at over 130 locations with estimates of thousands more. In the United States, Secretary Deb Haaland's Federal Indian Boarding School Initiative, launched in 2021, has identified over 400 institutions and at least 53 sites so far. But the work is just beginning, and the full scope remains unknown. Schools kept poor records or deliberately destroyed documentation, making it nearly impossible to know the complete picture. Estimates range from thousands to tens of thousands across both countries, with the true number likely never fully known. Some sites contain evidence of multiple individuals, suggesting burials during disease outbreaks where schools didn't maintain proper records. Children became numbers. If counted at all, their identities erased from official documentation. For families, the discoveries confirm their ancestors' accounts were true, but bring the pain of knowing relatives were never returned home, were laid to rest without ceremony, and their locations were